It's going down. Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praises, honor, glory, respect, and blessings to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rachakadash. Salutations to the Lord's elect on the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth and sincerity while patiently waiting for Yahweh Shai's return. And double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, which have taught us everything we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. And welcome to another series of It's Going Down, being brought to you by the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. China to hold military drills with neighbor. It says the Falcon Strike 2022 joint exercises between Thai and Chinese air forces are scheduled for Sunday. As you see in the picture right there, that would appear to be a Chinese fighter jet taking part in military drills around Taiwan. Now, earlier this week, earlier this week, China basically made a statement to the United States telling them to prepare for war. So it says Chinese fighter jets, bombers, and airborne early warning aircraft will be dispatched to Thailand for joint exercises, China's defense ministry said on Saturday. It says the Falcon Strike 2020 drills will be held on Sunday at the Yadorn Royal Thai Air Force Base in northern Thailand, near the border with Laos, the ministry said in a statement. They will include activities such as air support, strikes on ground targets, and small and large-scale troop deployment, it added. The goal of the exercise is to enhance mutual trust and friendship between the air forces of the two countries, deepen practical cooperation, and promote the continuous development of China-Thailand Comprehensive Strategic Cooperative Partnership, the ministry said. The war games will take place amid a spike in tensions in the Indo-Pacific region following the visit of U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi to Taiwan in early August. China, which views the self-governed island as part of its territory, was angered by the move and responded by staging the largest ever naval and air force drills around Taiwan. The U.S. also holding joint exercises in Indonesia along with Australian, Japanese, and Singaporean forces. By taking part in the drills, Super Garuda Shield, the countries involved are signaling their stronger ties amid Beijing's attempt to expand its influence in the region. The U.S. Indo-Pacific Commander Admiral John C. Aquilino said on Friday, the destabilizing actions by China as it applied to the threatening activities and actions against Taiwan is exactly what we are trying to avoid, Aquilino said, adding that the United States will continue to help deliver a free and open Indo-Pacific and be ready when we need to respond to any contingency. Despite officially recognizing Beijing as the sole legitimate authority in China since 1979, the United States maintains strong unofficial ties with Taiwan, selling weapons to Taipei and supporting its push for independence. So you see how the United States tries to, play the police here, And by the way, Taipei is what Japan calls that place. China calls that place Taiwan, but Japan calls that place Taipei. It says the Chinese authorities have long protested these efforts, saying they infringe on China's sovereignty and only increase tensions in the region, while also promising to act resolutely to protect its territorial integrity. In which that's just the United States interfering with something that they really have nothing to do with. And the Book of Habakkuk speaks about that, how they never keepeth at home. As a matter of fact, let's get there real quick. Okay? The Book of Habakkuk. The Book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 5. It says, yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man. Okay, that wine represents the United States of America's philosophy. He is a proud man, yeah. And that's presuming to the book of Obadiah 1 and 3. Okay, these devils are proud. They're proud because of all this wickedness they're doing around the globe, and they think they're getting away with it, but they're not. The Lord is letting them build up their wickedness, so that way they can be punished for it when the time of their punishment comes, which is ultimately going to be when Yahushua returns. Because when Yahushua returns, he's going to get these devils. Okay, he's going to get every single one of them. He's going to get every single one of these devils. Okay? And the Lord, Yahushua, he's going to give his elect men spiritual power. And they're also going to have a hand in getting their vengeance on these devils. And when I say devils, I speak of the so-called elites that rule this society and their so-called elite families. And all the super rich and the wealthy and all of these presidents around the world. Okay, what the Bible calls kings of the earth. Okay, they're all going into captivity. Okay, but the so-called elites, they're going to mainly pay for their punishment, for their pride when they go into captivity. It says, yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. So these devils don't know how to keep their troops in their own land. When the scriptures say neither keepeth at home, that's talking about how the United States, they don't know how to keep their soldiers in their own land. I mean, come on, we're talking about the United States got soldiers in the Middle East. They got soldiers down there in Africa. They got soldiers on the southern borders of Europe. They got soldiers stationed in South Korea. They got soldiers sitting in these U.S. naval ships, U.S. naval destroyers. So the United States, they got troops everywhere. They're spreading themselves too thin. So now let's go from there to Joel chapter 3 verse 9, because China is conducting military drills, right? Now let me remind you that earlier this week China told the United States to prepare for war. Okay, so Joel chapter 3 verse 9, it says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Okay, prepare. Now the Gentiles in Joel 3 verse 9 is talking about anybody who is not an Israelite. So if your father's lineage on your father's side does not go back to a so-called Negro, Latino, or a Native Indian, you will be a Gentile. I'm talking about an actual Gentile, presuming to the book of Joel 3 verse 9. Okay, so proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Okay, which will be you Chinese people, you Japanese people, you Arabs, you East Indians, you so-called white people, you Africans, you Hawaiians, okay, you Chinese and Japanese people, you North and South Koreans, okay, you Hawaiians, you are the Gentiles of Joel 3 and 9. So proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. So the key point here was prepare war. And what did we see China doing? Making preparations for war. But little do they know, the Lord is getting them ready for World War III. So with that, I'm going to say Shalom. Is on to the next one.